I just lost my job today. No warning, no nothing. They wouldn't even tell me why. I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong. I have no savings. I have nothing. I just don't. I got in the exit interview and they said, today's gonna be your last day. My manager and my director was on the call. And then they were like, the decision has already been made, so we really don't have anything to hear from you. You're gonna get paid for the one day you worked in August, and we'll give you your commission check, and that's the last of it. And end the call on me. I'm low. I'm low.
Well, I hope that you're able to find yourself back up, right? Like that's just life for you. I've been there myself. I remember first job out of school. My daughter was just born as well. My daughter was born in November 2013, and this was my first job. I had started December 2013, and then come back home January 2014 on a Friday to get an email that like they don't need my services anymore. I literally lasted 1 month, you guys. So I must have really sucked at that job, obviously. I think it was me. It wasn't even them, it was me, quite frankly. So I owned it, but I can't say that I didn't feel bad. I felt like as if I was failing my family, failing my daughter. So, I mean, you've only lost when you stay down. So for me, I just started pounding out applications even harder. Me and my partner were pounding out applications for me like crazy. Like back to back to back applications, 20 places a day. And then I was able to start my next job in February. So literally, I didn't even end up with a gap in my resume because of that. Now, mind you, this was back in 2014, right? We didn't have this AI right now. Because I think a lot of people, they like to point to immigration as the reason for the very excessive competition that we see in the job market. However, I think it's true. Immigration is definitely one of the reasons, very key reason, especially the excessive immigration. And I don't care. It's fine. I'm just going to say it. With the government funding companies and paying, I think it's up to 70% of these foreign workers' salaries that the government covers for the employers that employ these people. So tell me about incentives, right? So they're incentivizing these corporations to hire said immigrants. So for sure, that's definitely a problem. But something else that is not talked about enough is AI and how it's not really being regulated by our governments. Like, I don't know when they're going to step in and say, okay, this is getting out of control, right? Already 3 million jobs have been lost this year, 2025, as a result of AI. And so we're probably going to keep seeing more of these things happening.
I'm not trying to like big time you, but like millions of people are going to lose their jobs in the next year.
So heart surgeons are going to lose their jobs to
Eventually.
AI?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's not, you can laugh. Do you know that, so for example, in healthcare, there's an entire profession of cardiologists, for example, that read heart scans. They're going completely out of it. AI does it quicker and more accurately, and they do it in seconds.
Yeah, I mean, he said it himself, right? That guy, I guess, he was onto something. And that's why I didn't even listen to him that well. I didn't know him, actually, up until this terrible incident that happened. I never even knew his name, to be honest. However, I just feel like the way people quickly jumped on the bandwagon to try and paint him in like such a negative light, I had to take my own deep dive into his background. And to be honest with you, he said a lot of things that I agree with, and also some things that I disagree with, just like everybody else. I'm sure that you guys don't agree with me on everything. Sometimes I say some things and then you guys are probably like, this guy is a freaking idiot, right? What's he doing on my screen? YouTube, get this fool off my algorithm. So you must not agree with everything someone says, but you have to acknowledge that he had some good things, some good points that he was raising as well, especially as it relates to this AI that we're seeing. He was right. He already took millions of jobs this year alone, and it's only getting better. Have you guys heard about Agent Hospital? Already in China right now, they already have automated AI hospitals without any doctors. So really no profession is safe, I guess, except for like your blue collar, like plumbers, electricians, and that's only for now. So I don't know where we go from here. It looks like they might have to have a bunch of useless eaters, as they put it, on their hands. So what are they going to do with us at that point? Yeah, let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. It's really, really interesting for sure.
So exactly how this guy feels.
Keep in mind also, the thing that really bothers me about all these people, car insurance, credit card, landlords, fucking everybody, the utility company, the water company, they all speak to you as though you are voluntarily doing this, as though they are doing you a favor. I don't want to pay for any of that shit. I don't want to do any of this. I didn't ask to do any of this at all. I didn't ask for it. I didn't even have to be fucking alive. I don't want to do this. I don't want to pay my car insurance. I don't want car insurance. I don't want to give you my new driver's license. I don't want to fucking do that, but I have to for some fucking reason, because for some fucking reason, in order to be alive, you have to pay 20 different people $200. And you have to keep reciting random digits of numbers. Everything about being alive is just fucking numbers over and over again. Important numbers for this, important numbers for that. You gotta type in this password, you gotta type in this number, you gotta type in this thing, and if you get it wrong, you're gonna go to jail.
This guy sounds like Frank from F is for Family, like the way he's talking. But I don't think anybody asked to be here. I mean, did you ask to be here? Did I ask to be here? I don't think anybody signed up for any of this crap. But we find ourselves here. Even your landlord or like your businessman or whatever, they didn't ask to be here. So everybody is just playing the game of life. And then some people, they got a leg up because of the families that they were born into. Some people never even had a chance because they were born into, for example, Africa. You know, and your parents don't have like education to even get you out of Africa. You're not as lucky as someone like myself, for example, who had like my dad to be able to push me outside of the country. Today is actually my dad's birthday. He would have been 75 today. Very it's a bitter day for me, to be honest. There's no two ways around it. He did so much for me, and it's not everybody that has that kind of luck from Africa. So sometimes like it's really, you don't really have a choice, right? I don't even know where I was going with this, but sometimes you don't really have a choice. So nobody asked for any of this. Nobody even asks to who's going to be your mom, who's going to be your dad. Nobody gets a choice in that stuff. At least as far as I know. It's literally just luck. You could be born as Elon Musk's child, for example. There you go. You're lucky. So not everybody is lucky enough. Some people, they're just like, they never had a chance to begin with. So people, they just play the game of life the way they know how to best do it. Some people, they might be up, some people might be down, and that's the good thing about life, is that it's never constant. Just because you're up today doesn't mean that you're going to remain up tomorrow. So to this guy here, like, I get your frustration, brother. I really do. I didn't ask to be here either. Trust me, it's a lot of BS that happens here. Lots and lots of BS. I share your sentiments, to be honest. In 2020, believe this or not, but during the height of COVID literally devastated our family, right? First, like my mom, and then my dad. Within 3 weeks, you guys, gone. Did I ask for any of that? Did anybody ask for any of that? So you never really ask for what life gives you, but you just have to make the best of it. It's the saying, right? Life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And what are we gonna do, you guys? Be sure to smash that like, smash that subscribe, and until next time, peace.